Hey everyone. So today I thought I'd go through my bronzer collection and show you things that I have. Um, I know that a few of my friends don't even wear blush. As you can see, I have no bronzer or blush on, or contour. Um, so I have friends that don't even wear blush. I don't know why, they just don't. So I thought I'd go through what I have, and going through what I have, I said, why do I have so many? But, we watch other people and it's like, ooh, I want that. And then we buy it and we wind up wasting a lot of money. I just imagine it took me this long to realize this. So I have a couple of cream products, a couple of drugstore, and then a couple of high-end products. I kind of have a mix of both in my makeup collection, high-end and drugstore. That's the way I like it. So I'm going to go with the cream products first and then show you, which are both drugstore, and show you what I use to apply it. Now, normally when I do a cream product, I do not use it over on top of powder. So I apply my foundation, then I will apply the cream product, and then powder over it. And you could also apply the cream product before your powder, after your foundation, and then you could powder, and then you could also, for extra long wear, you could apply bronzer on top of it. So the first product I have is, and I've actually hit pan, is the Sonia Kashuk Warm Tan. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like blended out. What I've noticed about this, it's really nice. It's natural. She only had 2 colors. I think it's still available. I bought this in Target. I think it, don't quote me, might have been like $10-ish. But I really like this. And for some reason, I tend to use this more in the summer. I don't know why, but I do. The other product that I have is, I also hit pan on this one, is the e.l.f. contouring kit, and this is about $3. Now they have this in powder form, but I bought it in gel or cream form. That's what it looks like. Now this one is much darker, as you can see. Would I use this for a contour? When I'm not looking to contour, I do use bronzers as a quick contour. I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually on one side of my face use a contour and then the other just use bronzer. But what I usually use for cream products, and I can't take credit for this, Emily Noel 83 talked about this brush. It's the e.l.f. Small Stipple. This is $3. This blends it in beautifully. I really love this little brush. I know MAC has a brush like this, but I think it's like $30-something. And I feel like this, it's soft. It works really, really nice. I also have a larger brush. I think this is, there's no name on it, but I want to say I think this is Sonia Kashuk. I don't know if this is still available, but e.l.f., their website, they also have a large stipple brush. But I do like the little one. It's kind of stiff, so it doesn't, like, it's not as bendy. This one is like, see, this one's much more bendy, but this one isn't. There's a little more firmness to it, so it'll help to blend products in. So those are my 2 cream products and the brushes that I use. So now we're going to go on to, I'm going to show you my contour products. I have one, I'm going to say it's high-end, but it's cheaper, and one that's drugstore. So the first one that I use for contour, it is called Sculpt. And this, let's see, if you notice, it kind of isn't like a true brown. It kind of has, there's like a little bit of a, I want to say like a grayish undertone. So while I have this here, I'm going to use this as my contour. Now, what I normally do is use this brush, which I don't think is available. It is a Nars. It's called ITA, I-T-A brush. Now, I have that, but I also have the Makeup Geek rounded blush brush that I use because it's small. So you know what? I'm not going to use this because it's too hard to get your hands on that. I'm going to use something that you can get, and I'm just going to show you. Now, as you can see by me looking, you could kind of see the shadow that I have already, and there's nothing there. I put foundation on, but that's it. So that's what you want to look for. It's like, right? You could feel it if you put your brush underneath. If let's just say you have a rounder face and you really can't see your cheekbones, you may have to feel for them. So I want to put my contour right there. So just got to see what I'm doing. So as you can see, very lightly, and you just kind of blend it back. So now you could see I'm contoured. I think this powder is maybe $20, if not cheaper. It's the pro area of the MAC online store, but you don't have to be a pro to get this. I really like that. And the other product I'm going to use on here is the NYX taupe. It's supposed to be a blush. I'm going to put this right underneath. Now, you really can't see it too well, but it also kind of has like a grayish undertone, and that's kind of what you want your contour to have. So I'm going to put it on the brush, and as you can see, you really can't see it there, but when I turn, you see right here, I want to make that see how it comes. Look at how, see how it really doesn't swatch that great, but it certainly comes off. So I'm going to just wipe my brush off a little bit and kind of just blend this. You know, you don't want to have these stripes, and you don't want it to come down low at all. You know, you just want it to where it brings your cheekbone out. So you really blend that well to where you kind of, I mean, it's there, but then it's not. You know what I mean? So sometimes I will take contour powder and bring it around. Makeup, like I've always said, it's up to you what you want to do. Now, for the next items, these are all bronzers. Now, I have 2 Drugstore, and then I have 4 high-end. Okay, so I am going to start with the 2 Drugstore. Now, one of them, Emily Noel 83, again, once again, there's a theme here. She talked about the bronzer, Sunny. It's by NYC. This is I hit pan on this. This is really pretty. It's very, very subtle. As you can see, it's a very light. I think with this is really nice. but I think it's going to depend on your skin tone. This does show up on me. I'm a light medium type of skin. I think this would be really pretty on somebody maybe that's fair. It does have a slight, it could maybe run a little orangey, maybe, so you have to be careful. And then the other powder that I have is the Covergirl Clean Powder in the color Classic Tan. So, what I did was, before I really got into bronzers and contour and all that, I went to the drugstore and thought, let me try a regular powder, or just as a face powder, and see if, you know, I like it. Sometimes I even use this as contour. Really? Like combined into one right here. So you could do that too. If, you know, you didn't want to buy a high-end one and the Sunny seemed a little too light, you could look, think about it. Most lines nowadays in the drugstore have a tan or a dark colored powder. And that's the same with, you can also use foundation sticks as a cream instead of going and buying, trying to find, you know, the e.l.f. is always available, but maybe trying to find the Sonia Kashuk and you can't. You can use foundation sticks, you know, a cream. I mean, you could even use a liquid foundation if you wanted. I've never tried to, but just suggestions. So now I am going to go on to my high-end bronzers. I have 4. 3 of these you can get in Sephora. 1 I normally buy on QVC. I think she might be in Macy's now. She used to be in Sephora. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so the first item is the Nars Laguna. Now, this is $38 for full size. I think I got this in a Sephora's favorite kit or whatever. It's pretty. It's light. Let me just... These, for some reason, don't swatch that great. Unless it's just me. Right here. So I have that one. I probably wouldn't purchase the full size. I'm glad I have this little one, but I probably wouldn't purchase the full size one. Then the next one is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Now this comes in milk chocolate as well. Here's what it looks like. I hit pan on this, but I've had this for like 4 years. I swatch this one is a little darker. So it also depends on what you're looking for, what kind of coloring you have that will decide whether the bronzer is going to appear on your skin or not. So now the last one is the one I hauled. This one is the Makeup Forever Matte Bronze in the shade 20. And that's what it looks like. I mean, they're all very subtle. And there it is. You could see it. I really like that one. And the last one, this one, I love, but I love it more for nighttime. This has a little bit of glitter. I mean, they're tiny. It's not like you're going to look like a disco ball. This is the Laura Geller Bronze and Brighten. And, you know, this is what mine looks like. As you can see, the pan's coming close. This will all vary because it's baked. So, I really like this. I sometimes even use this as a shadow, but this one actually is pigmented. There it is right there. Now, like looking at it, it looks a little, you know, shimmery. You're probably not going to be able to see that. I don't like when stuff shows up on my face during the day. You know, you pull down your mirror in the car and you look and you see all the glitter. I don't like that. You know, in that one tag it talks about, you know, is glitter okay? I don't really like glitter, but I like to use this at night. It does give a really pretty look. It's very soft. All of these I would honestly say are very soft. Now, the brushes that I use to bronze. Now, you know that there's tons of brushes for the cream products. If I'm gonna, I could also use my beauty blender too, but normally the e.l.f. stipple works beautifully. So now for my bronzers, I use the e.l.f. small tapered brush and the Real Techniques contour brush. I've tried to use big bronzing brushes and it goes all over the place and I look like a crazy crackhead. So I like something that's a little more, where I have a little more control over it. To each their own. If big bronzer brushes work for you. So I'm going to take my Makeup Forever, tap it off, press it in, tap it off, and so now where I contoured, now sometimes when I do, yeah, I use bronzer down my neck. Where I've contoured, I do try to blend in with my bronzer. Now the bronzer is really to just give you some color. Now you can see some color is coming back into my face. I use bronzer all year long. There are times if I'm really in a rush and I'm running out, I will use the bronzer as a blush bronzer, put some on, run some on my hood, curl my lashes, put some gloss on, and I'm out the door. You know, you want to just, you don't want to look dead. So this is what I do. Now, if, let's just say you're doing this and you went, oh, you know, I put too much on. Well, you can take a powder. If that's the case, if let's just say you look, you don't have to rub it. You can take a powder. I have the Hourglass Dim, and let me just take this. And if you feel like it's too much, you just take a powder over it to bring it down a little bit and blend it out. That's all. You just put a little bit of a powder over it. I like bronzer. I have a lot of friends that do not use bronzer. I have a lot of friends that don't use blush, never mind bronzer, but I do like the Makeup Forever. But there are other, as you can see, I have many options to choose from. And I try to switch out. I have a hair. And what I do after I put on my bronzer is I like to add a little color to my cheeks. So today, I think I'm going to use Pincho Peach. It's a sheer tone blush by MAC. It's pretty. Right there. And I am going to take my e.l.f. I kind of use these interchangeably for blush. I tap it off. And usually what I do is press. And then I kind of blend. So I press it in, and if you notice I'm going higher on my cheekbone, because I always see the girls, the young girls, they're smiling, but their apple, their apple stays up here. Mine doesn't. Mine falls down on my lips. So I need to pick my cheekbone up. So I just kind of blend this in with my contour, You can use a bronzer as a contour. A lot of times I'm just put bronzer on. I don't even, especially during the day, but I did it for, and this is what I do. I press it, so then I get the color that I want, and then I give a little here, a little here, you know, just to add some color to my face. And then, like I said, if you feel like, oh my God, it's too much, you take a little powder and just kind of go over it really soft, and it takes it down right away. It doesn't take the color, I mean, unless you put a lot. It doesn't take the color off. I mean, you can take another brush and blend it out if you want. But normally, I press the blush in a couple times and just stamp, and then I blend. Stamp and blend. Now, I don't have a highlight. I don't know why this is glowy, but it's a good thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of going right here, because these are down here when I don't smile, and I would look like a crackhead smiling constantly, you know. I mean, I do smile a lot, but so when I'm not, my blush is still up high, and you try to not go past here, because you don't want to go too close to your nose, because then you look crazy. But you stamp and then blend. So then when you're blending, if for some reason this wasn't blended out, you're blending everything out as well. I mean, I do a lot of blending, but like I said, if I'm in a rush, the contour powder, I would honestly say I use more at night. And then usually I use bronzer for contouring. And then sometimes I'm in that much of a rush, I just want to put some color on. I won't even wear a blush and just throw bronzer on, put it in my hood, curl my lashes, lips, goodbye. So I look at least awake somewhat, you know, because makeup, this is all illusion, you know, to make me look like I have a cheekbone, to make me look like my eyes aren't hooded. So I think that's it for now. You know, let me know if you want a blush. I have a few blushes. I don't have a lot of makeup. I mean, I watch some of these people, and it's like the makeup's gonna last you till you're like 90. And the other thing is, I don't know if I'd want to use anything after like 5 years. I'd want to probably get rid of, you know. So then I think of, oh my God, all the money they wasted. So that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Take what you want and throw the rest out. Hopefully I gave you some ideas. I do bronze year round, but a little more so now that it's spring summer. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get back to you. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.